Yes, we are back. HighCodes The Podcast. And today, last time, we didn't have the three. What I don't know. What are we? Are we compadres? Are we amigos? What are we?
Fairly stoned. I don't know about you.
You said you're stoned.
I'm fairly stoned.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, it is called HighCodes The Podcast, so there is that. But we have Brother James with us today. Yes, sir.
Hello.
That's all you have is a hello. That's a nasty welcome in the 2020. You haven't even potted in 2026 yet.
Nigga, talking like you've done like 100 of these shows. It's the 8th day of the fucking year, man.
I mean, on the new platform, we've done one.
Feel like I'm at work right now. It's not. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
What you mean? This is a vibe. It's a vibe. You didn't have to leave your house today at all.
I don't have to leave my house to work. Like, what do you mean? I feel like I'm at work.
So you work from home every day?
I'm at work right now, bro. You guys gonna turn your cameras on? You gonna share? You gonna share? Okay.
You would never.
You gonna include audio? Yeah, include sound. You gonna drive the deck? Okay, all right.
You would never be uncorking wine on the Zoom.
They wouldn't. I don't know. My camera would be off. I'd still be. I'd be unmuted. You know what I mean?
But see, camera on. You know, be with the guys. Be with the guys.
Nah, man. Happy New Year. 2026. HighCodes The Podcast 7.0. I don't fucking
7.0 is fire. I fucks with it.
What are we doing? 7.0, bro. I don't know.
I don't know how you skip from 1 to 7, but I do.
I mean, there's been many iterations, a few locations, and here we are virtually. This might be 7.0.
Oh, I don't like that. You're not wrong. Wrong.
You just dropped some bars.
I didn't count. I just came up with that.
I'm not mad. When you're hot, you're hot.
It's about our fourth or fifth rendition.
There you go.
Remember we were potting in my girlfriend at the time, who's my wife's now, house in College Park?
Yes, strictly audio.
Yeah.
Shout out to AJ Francis.
AJ Francis. I'm about to say that's some good guests. Good guests on the pod. Well, we can reminisce a little bit later, but before we get deep dive into the episode, I want to shout out to Mook, because Mook last week was fucking spot on almost all his political analysis when he was talking about BRICS and how the trade of oil and non-American and non-U.S. dollars was a major factor. Secretary Rubio just came out today saying basically does the exact words about Brazil and about how that's part of the issue and how BRICS isn't so I want to make some shout out to Mook for, he was very much so spot on the oil, petrodollar, connection. And he was, he was on it. I just want to, because we dropped that episode, we did that episode Sunday morning. And throughout the week, he was just like, almost everything Mook was saying was getting solidified by the American government. Like, Trump and his administration were just like, yep, we heard Mook. Yep, he was right about that. Yep, he was on to something with this one. Like, the Kissinger, Dick Cheney line, like, chef's kiss.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Just know, that's what happens when you indulge in certain things and you actually read books. You just your brain just be firing at all cylinders, brother. Because afterwards, when we got off of it and I thought about it, I was like, dang, Kissinger died was that boy back in the day. I was like, none of these niggas is that. None of them ain't no Kissingers walking around over there. So it was just like, nah, ain't no invasion going on, bro. They ain't got the heart. Dick Cheney, he got the heart, man. Dick Cheney had the heart. We were still doing his bidding 5 years ago.
Hold on, was it? Dick Cheney was the cuss who shot somebody, right?
Yeah, Secret Service.
Okay. It's funny because back then that used to be like a real scandal. Someone in the president's administration shooting somebody. Nowadays, them motherfuckers be doing like real money laundering, like real like
He was doing that
mafia
too.
style money laundering. Like shooting somebody doesn't even scratch the surface.
He was doing that too.
Yeah, but like publicly, like who's it? Jared Kushner. He got this social club in Georgetown that apparently you could pay like I want to say $500,000 to be part of the social club, and all the social club is you getting connections.
Private meeting with Donald
Yeah,
Trump.
before like literally it's advertised. It was a Biden's son who was talking about it. It's advertised literally as a social club for you to get connections with world leaders. That's like once again, not something I have said. This is something that they have said publicly. I'm not making this up. So I just want to be very clear.
Just know it's already a waiting list, and for 1.5, you can have a private meeting with Donald Trump.
Yeah, like they're grifting crazy. Like this is like I'm actually impressed at how good, not how good, but at how brazen they're. What are you shaking your head for, man? You try to pay the 1.5?
I'm laughing like a quick 1.5. You can just have a combo. That's kind of
Quick,
well, one
quick,
that's pocket change for bro too. Like that's the funny part. Like bro,
quick
what,
ticket and a half, bro.
yeah, like what are we
You could
doing?
randomly
Man?
stumble
What you
upon
mean?
100 million.
1.5 is 1.5, my boy.
To my butt, to him, it's nothing, bro. That's just another day, bro. Like
That when they said he became like a billionaire off the crypto shit, I was like, oh, he's going nuts. Like he's going crazy, and he does not care. I actually respect how much he does not care. Like it's actually impressive. Also, before because that was another thing on Matic. We said I was going to talk about my Ghana trip, but you wasn't here, so we was like we gonna wait till you get here so we could fully get into the bag. So let's we're gonna wait a hot second before we get into that. But since we're here on Trump, I think we should stay here for just a hot second. I'm gonna call this conspiracy theory time. I don't know. I don't know what you
tinfoil fitted time.
Oh, hold on. What you call it? Tinfoil kufi?
Tinfoil, yeah, tinfoil.
That's what we should call it. We should call it tinfoil kufi time.
Yeah, let's do that. Tinfoil kufi time. All right,
tinfoil kufi time. So
you switch jumps. Got you. Got you. I'm here with it, champ.
So, two. I got two. I guess I don't know if I would call them No. I guess two recommendations or two whatever to the tinfoil kufi agenda. Mm-hmm. One is I don't know if you saw, but they were saying that the reason why they're invading Venezuela is because they have found like prehistoric animals, technology, or some sort of like some crazy ass type of. I'll send y'all the article of some like wild stuff in the Venezuela, in like their rural areas, and that's why the government has went in there, and that's why Maduro got kidnapped the way he did, because over the summer, his government had found whether these are like super giants, whether they're like ancient animals, whether it's ancient technology. They found that technology, in Venezuela, and because they found that, now the government, the United States government, is going in and retrieving. That was one of the conspiracies I saw that I was like, all right. I like
they found Atlantis, huh?
Type shit. I forget what it was. Not Atlantis, but it was one of those lost
El Dorado or some shit.
Yeah, Gilgamesh, all these types of nonsense. But I was like, okay.
I thought Gilgamesh would be more so like a Eastern European Blanc type thing, but
Listen, man, I'm always interested in how these things work. But the second thing, which was a little bit more up my speed, was that Donald Trump is about to croak soon, and because he is about to croak soon or be in very bad health, a lot of people around him are trying to push different agendas that they believe they can get passed through, because they know his movement is wildly unpopular, but he isn't. So whether it's Cuba, Mexico, Venezuela, Greenland, you name it, Iran, you name it, they're saying that if you want to get it in, you need to get it in now, because Donald Trump is about to. So push your agenda. Which of my tinfoil kufi hat agendas do you like more?
Second.
The second one? What are you laughing for, Matic? Which one do you like more?
I like both, bro.
That's what I like to. That's what I like to hear.
So for me, right, and I'll be the first to say HighCodes 7.0. I've been under a rock. Okay, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I try not to give a fuck about what's going on because there's too much going on. But obviously, I know the tidbits here and there. You're telling me it might be some, foreign animals we never seen in Venezuela. I mean, that's how it could be a thing, bro. I mean, it could be a thing. I'm not mad at that. But also, you say the second one, cuz about to die. Then he had a shit on his hand like a year or so ago. Niggas was like, you about to die. So I mean, take advantage of cuz. And cuz literally, like what hand was he had the what's black cuz name, the Morgan Freeman joint where you don't show your hand type shit. Like, it was there. So, I mean, I can see that as well. And Buddy don't give a fuck. He just does everything. So, I'm just like, I like both little scenarios. It would be wild for the Venezuela shit, but I would like to see, that maybe come to fruition. Maybe it is some shit down there. Like, I would love to see that, honestly. You know what I mean? I don't know how I feel about, now that I think about it, I'm talking this out. If Katz was really just like, fuck it, let's see what we can get past this nigga since he's about to die. That could be a little chaotic now that I think about it. So I'm here for the maybe foreign species in Venezuela. I don't know.
I'm sorry, brother. I don't know. All you gotta do is look outside. Shit is chaotic, brother. The shit is wild right now. So we kidnapped another country's president, brother.
That shit was kind of crazy to me, bro.
And his wife.
Kind of crazy? Kind of?
Yeah, like niggas is. It seems like it's not even. It seems normal. Like nobody's like in an outrage to me. Like it shit is kind of wild.
Did
bro.
you not watch our episode where we were trying to understand what was going on?
Like I don't, bro. I'm in DC that day, and I'm just like, bro. Like this is just a normal day here. You know what I mean? Like what is going on, bro? Like niggas are saying, oh, he's on the plane, or they just landed. I'm just like, bro, what? What is?
Niggas are dropping. Niggas are having photo releases.
Like, what are we doing?
My man had the Nike tech suit, though, boy. He was styling. I'm not even going to
Come on, bro. You already know. Come on, Snap. You know how they get down.
Boy was styling.
Real trapper.
Like, that's what cats are talking about, the Nike tech suit. And niggas is taking niggas leaders and bringing them over here, bro. Like, and we're talking about a tech suit, bro? Like, that's not cool, bro. What's going on?
That was a sitting president.
And he's an attack, bro. What are we doing, man? Shout out to Nike, man. Shout out to Nike, bro.
Hold on. So I'm assuming that since we're here, I'm assuming that you're not pro abducting foreign leaders.
I don't know.
But no.
That's hard, bro. That's hard. Bro.
That's hard.
I heard we watching a fucking movie or some shit, bro. That's what it feels like, bro. We just about to take this nigga. Now, I'm thinking when they took him, I'm like, are they about to kill this nigga type shit? Like, I'm thinking that's where they're going, but was he over here standing trial or some shit? I don't know.
Yeah, like, so it's funny because I feel as though that's what we were saying on the episode that, like, in general, cats are kind of just like, whatever. Like, it's not like...
Bro, there's no outrage here to me.
There's
like,
no real... And this is what, like, people feel is imperialism, that when your government does something, you're kind of just like,
Bruh, like, it's crazy.
Bruh, what this baffles me because, for one, this has never happened in our lifetime.
And niggas is acting like it's normal, bro. Like, niggas don't care, bro.
This is a Sunday to niggas, bro. Like, this was just a Sunday to niggas, bro. Like, niggas really not woke up and was just like, shit. Yeah, that nigga on the plane, but I gotta hit this later. So what the fuck you talking about?
I'm not gonna lie, I was more concerned about lays than I was.
Exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I'm thinking about NFL incentive niggas on Sunday, bro. I don't care about this nigga.
And I'm just
taken from his land, bro. Like, what are we talking about, man?
And I'm the nigga in the chat, like, so I know it's football law, but.
No. To be fair, we were in one chat, me and Mook, where Cats was. It's actually funny though. I will say my Mexico. Well, you were drunk as hell though. But when your cousin was talking about what he was thinking.
I remember a little bit of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he was the first one who brought up the.
Yeah.
Take over the Mexican border. I'm like, yeah, in theory, yeah, but like. American lives could be lost. Like, that's the thing about Venezuela. Like, anybody who died in Venezuela from who's an American is part of the military, like legitimately a military person, or somebody who is probably somewhere they shouldn't be. Like, let's just be straight up.
And they haven't now released those numbers either.
Yeah, they haven't. Only thing they have is like the 32 Cubans who were part of like the security detail team who got killed.
But that number is now raised to 100 people that have died. So that was 32
people. In general, from the bombings.
So like these niggas killed about 70 civilians.
Probably. And it's probably the numbers will rise. I mean, that's kind of how these things work. You know, you do the initial investigation, and then you find out more.
And that's what makes this worse about it not being an invasion. Because if you're just going to kill civilians, plus another foreign country's military people, and take the president, not change the fucking government. Just, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's my favorite part. They did not change
mine too. And then you just allow this lady to talk greasy every day in Spanish over there, calling you Zionist and all of this out your name. Calling you everything but what your mother named you.
Yeah, she's talking crazy.
She's still talking crazy too. And the American government, they over there like, yeah, she fuck with us. And she over there like,
nah. But my thing is that if they do take over, if you do try to invade Mexico, it's a real chance that you're gonna lose civilian lives. Like I know people like to be like, you know, big bad America, but like I don't know if y'all have ever walked across the southern border, but I have. It's very easy. It's quite simple, and I don't know how many people y'all gonna get to stop the cartel from pulling up. Like I just don't know. Like
that's where I'm at with it, Charles.
Like once they start snatching people, I just don't know how quickly y'all go, like, unless you're just gonna blow up Mexico to smithereens, like which is definitely a possibility. Like I don't want to put anything past the United States of America at all.
They fight the military. Like I literally was just watching a documentary on the cartel and the military in Mexico. It's a very good one. I believe it's on HBO Max. But yeah, bro, they go to war with the military. Like they make the military tap out. Like they organize and strategize like in gunfights like a military. They got helicopters too.
No, they listen. They definitely. How should I say this? They're definitely not. I wouldn't play with them. But
yeah, think about it. Like
no. But to be fair, it's
the cartel. But the cartel might have a cleaning lady in the White House just waiting.
This is very possible. I don't deny that, but it's still the United States government. Like I'm gonna.
But it's this United States government.
I agree. Not the most competent, but they still were able to get Maduro like it was nothing. Like even if they paid his people off, whatever
that was the CIA, bro. Like CIA, we know how greasy they
go. They still work for Trump.
CIA don't necessarily be working for no president.
Man, they be. Listen, I don't know how. Maybe in the past, but this iteration of the United States government, all them motherfuckers work for Trump. Like straight up, them motherfuckers be saying and doing other, and Trump say, "Nah, don't do that," and niggas be like, "You got a big dog." So I'm not putting anything past anybody yet. But like I said, the cartel has a better chance of killing American citizens than anything in Venezuela. And I don't, even if it's 5 citizens, I don't know if you want that.
It's going to be more than 5.
Yeah, I don't know if you want that on your ledger as the president, that you let a bunch of American citizens get killed by the Mexican cartel.
I mean, he letting American citizens get killed by his own cartel.
What do you mean by that?
I don't want to get her name messed up, but the young lady that died and got killed in Minnesota by the ICE.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you took us there.
See how I did that? See, this how your brain works in weed.
The ICE stuff is interesting because ICE the most recent is that they killed a white lady in Minnesota Shot
I was
her.
not trying to say it that way, but
Yeah,
yes.
that was. I think that's an important part of the story. She's an American citizen, white woman who got killed for apparently trying to run over an ICE agent, and the video contradicts that pretty well. Like I don't know. I can't
I've
speak
seen
for,
multiple videos and angles.
I've seen multiple videos and angles, and I think it contradicts what is being said pretty well. She didn't try to run over. If anything, she seems like she tried to reverse back to get away and then go around.
And he
Now,
continued to try to get in front of the car, which is not training.
so we could listen. We could argue till we're blue in the face. It was loudmouth Stephen A. who was like, it was justified, or the man won't be in trouble. Here's my thing. How much of a bootlicker do you have to be for someone to get killed?
Damn!
No, real life. For someone to be killed.
Bootlicker? This nigga Charles went Jim Crow slurs.
I mean, but that's what you're doing. Someone has died and has been shot by an authority, and you're like, well, we don't know about the justification. If anybody, when Eric Gardner died, wasn't that the whole thing? That the whole all these conservatives and white supremacists were like, well, you know, he was justified. You know, that the chokehold isn't it's like the man killed somebody regardless of someone is dead. Like, that's the ultimate issue here, that once someone's life has been lost, justification is not really something we do. You know, that's not really the next set of rules or steps in the process. It's kind of like, hey, why'd you kill this person? You probably shouldn't have killed this person. But like, to justify that is, it's like, my boy, what are you trying to gain from that? Like, do you work for the police department? Do you work for, like, are you trying
the police
to
union for sure?
Are you trying to get an award? Because that dude, like, no, even like Donald Trump, who's doing the, like, you know, law enforcement, he gonna turn his back on him. Give it a week. Give it a week. Like, you know, once they start realizing that, like, yo, nobody's fucking with that. Like, you can't just kill people, in particular white women. You can't just do that. Like, I know everybody wants to be like, oh, she supported ICE and that, but like, she's still a white woman. Like, we still live in a country where, like, that shit matter. Like, don't get it twisted. You don't think it mattered?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Here's what I think I feel like there's probably, I wouldn't say a select few, but I'm pretty sure there's a group of people that agree with Stephen A. As sick as it is.
So I don't. It's a very large people.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it matters that, okay, yeah, she's a white woman. You know, I think the overall thing is, oh, you're a supporter of, you know, or you're not a supporter of ICE. And there's probably the people on the other side that are like, okay, cool. It was justified type shit. So I feel like, yeah, we're obviously, we don't agree with what he said. It's kind of crazy. But, you know, I think that, you know, it's probably appeasing to that side that
that's real. Because
agrees with it.
Once again, they killed 2 people in Portland, correct?
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
And that's what I'm saying. And the cover up for Portland is that those were gang members.
I might say kill somebody in California on, like, Christmas Eve, I believe.
Yeah, like, but the whole thing is, most of the time when they kill these people, the cover up is they're gang members, they're illegal citizens, da 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 da. Very, very rarely do they end up just shooting white citizens, like killing white citizens, and it not being
white woman at that.
That's my thing. Like,
broad day.
You know, this is now to your point. She don't got all the check marks. She's a lesbian, I believe. You know, that doesn't ingratiate her to, you know, a certain demographic or a large, you know, group of people in this country. But overall, I don't think this is like any tipping point, but I do think you're going to have a bunch of people be like, yo, if you just out here killing homegirls just for not even resisting, just basically like not acquiescing, ooh, it's a slippery slope, because
most evade.
You know, like, I think, once again, to Omatic's point, there is a large group of people who are like, hey, she's on the wrong side of things. I think that was even JD Vance. I think JD Vance came out and said some shit like that, like, she was on the wrong side. And I don't want to misquote anybody, but I think ultimately
he brought up some wild shit. I don't know if it was him or not, but I definitely saw the quote where he was like, she got divorced, didn't get custody of her kids, something else happened, and then ended up marrying a woman. Like, bro, they brought up her whole biography.
Well, isn't that what they've been doing to niggas forever? When
that's what I'm saying.
Mike Brown, the first time Mike Brown got shot, I was hearing all types of stuff. I'm like, the dude is like 17. How y'all got all this information on him?
That's so nasty.
Trayvon Martin.
We can bring up a cat's whole history, and this nigga just got a whole day named after him on October 14th. That's kind of crazy to me.
Who, the Charlie Kirk cat?
We bring up his whole history, but they give him a day. It's so crazy to me.
Yeah.
Man.
Listen, we're living in some nasty
world, man. That's why I said blinders are on, bro. I don't got time. Blinders are on, bro. Like, I'm just trying to live my day to day, bro. I don't need to know, bro.
I'm not mad at that. Like, everyone's trying to get it, so I'm not even mad. Like,
you can't even keep them on, bro. So much shit happening, bro. It's just like, bro, come on, man. Shit crazy.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't even about to like dive too much into the Minnesota ICE lady, because Minnesota just in general, they got a lot going on. They got that Somali fraud, daycare thing.
Did you see the person? Did you see the person who's in charge of the whole Somali fraud shit?
Well, you mean like the guy who broke, like the journalist guy who broke it?
I'm talking about the lady that actually like is in charge of the whole fraud ring.
Oh, the fraud ring? No, I haven't seen.
I'll send you her blonde hair, blue eyed self.
Oh. No, I mean, once again,
oh man,
there's a lot. I actually saw. I think I saw something about like about in New York where the same sort of fraud kind of ring was being done in I think within like some religious sects. I can't remember which exact one, but there was like some religious sects in New York. Where this was the same sort of daycare fraud was like daycare.
HJ?
Huh?
HJ?
Yeah, I believe so, but I don't remember like where exactly. But it was definitely like a religious, like they were like. Once again, I think I was scrolling through on Twitter or something, so I didn't like actually go read it. But
HJ was for the representation of the religious sect.
No, I know what you're doing, but okay. I'm pushing past.
Oh no, I just had to. Hey man, we here. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't even for the listeners. That was for us. I just had that was for my brain.
He said that was for my brain. But no, once again, I don't. It doesn't move me personally because it's like what I said last week about how can you replace a president, but keep the government in place and still expect me to be like, this guy is in the wrong or these people are some sort of bad people? How can you be screaming about fraud cases and da-da-da when I just seen the dude the president pardon a dude for medical fraud, like the biggest medical fraud, like one of the biggest medical fraud cases in this country. That guy just got pardoned by the same president who's screaming about child daycare fraud. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, my brain can't compute those things. Like, it can't. They don't connect. Like,
he pardoned crypto fraud cuz too.
He pardoned the dude from Silk Road who did this, and now he's talking about going into Venezuela to get drugs. Like, those two things don't align with my brain, because you can't be against drugs, whatever, because you just pardoned the dude who's responsible for selling drugs on the dark web. Like, you literally. So for me, those two things don't make sense. So my brain can't align, and it's just hogwash. I think the thing that Trump has on the side is that he's funny as fuck. So like, no, there's a lot of people, like, he's the greatest interviewer of all time. Like, they asked him who's going to take over, who's going to run Venezuela. He was like, "You're not going to like my answer." And the lady was like, "What does that mean?" "We're going to," like, literally 20 seconds, "We're going to," like, he's literally one of the greatest people to touch a mic and give a quote ever to exist. Like, it's probably him, John Brown, Jack Johnson, and like a few other cats. Like it's a very short list of cats who really get it in when I'm talking about like really dropping quotes. But outside of that, like he be saying the wildest shit. And it's just like, did y'all hear my words?
I try my best not to, but for some
I'm not gonna lie, it be some good ass quotes, bro. Like some really good quotes. Like everything he said about Latin America this last 2 weeks.
But the Air Force One shit really just took it over the top.
What
like
was the Air Force One doing?
When he was on Air Force One after Venezuela, after we got over, like he on a plane and I'm on a plane. Like
that nigga was dropping bars for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was watching that shit and I was like, this is fucking ridiculous, but this is fucking hilarious. Right?
Yeah. The thing is that like JD Vance don't got no juice like that. Marco Rubio don't got no juice like that. Like all these cats who's around, like if they said the same exact things Trump said verbatim, everybody would be like, you fucking loser. Yeah. But Trump say it and it hit a little different. Like that's just the truth.
It's that New York shit, bro.
Hey man, he definitely got some. He definitely got some good energy.
Ain't that nigga from Queens?
I think so.
Queens guy for sure.
Queens guy for sure. You say him and Russell Simmons?
Scammers.
Yo, I saw Russell Simmons' ex-wife going nuts on him on Instagram like a couple of weeks ago. I was like,
she's still fine. She's still fine.
My thing is, why even provoke somebody when you know you got that type of dirt on your name? Like, I don't. Oh, that nigga's sick.
Nah, that's why I just pointed at. That's why I look like that. I was like, yeah,
he did it. What you mean? I was chilling, bro.
You seen her? You seen her, nigga?
I
ain't seen her in a while. No. Kimora Lee. Everybody know Kimora Lee. What we talking about?
Nah, Kimora Lee. She back on TV now. You know she
is. Her and the daughter's got a show, I believe.
Yeah, her and the daughter. That's what I'm saying. She. I think he says something about, you know, I guess he saw a clip, ain't like it. He says, and I'm like, my brother, do you realize that like anytime you speak, the nasty work in your arsenal gets pushed back up to the front?
Bro, like niggas be forgetting that you in Indonesia, bro. Just let it be that way. Like
he in Indonesia?
Son, he fled a non-extradition country.
He be back and forth. That'd be the funniest thing to me. Like every now and then they'll be like, Russell Simmons spotted in LA. I'm like, why don't y'all go get his ass then?
What's he doing? What's he doing in Indonesia?
Non-extradition
country, bro.
Okay. Bro, nigga, oh yeah, he definitely had the shits.
Yeah, he caught the Diddy.
Damn, nigga. Good for him is nuts.
That shit contagious, bro.
All I be saying, bro, you commit a crime, bro. Don't be dumb. Run, bro. Just get away.
Just get away. That's nasty work. That's horrible. That's a horrible thing to say.
All right. We know with James. If James goes abroad.
Hey, listen. If I commit a crime in Maryland, you're not going to catch me in Virginia. That's all. Nigga, you going to catch me Midwest, fucking South, or in the fucking West Coast. That's all I'll be saying.
So you're not going north is what I'm hearing.
You will not catch me on the East Coast. Let's start by saying.
It's hard to get above that upper border, the northern one. And then if you get over there and then they find out that you got over there, but you did something on the other side, you definitely going back. Two, when y'all done with them,
you about to do the little Dirk joint. You about to Google. You gonna Google flights. They said
when they had a VPN card.
Yeah, and the nigga was Googling how to get, I guess how to hide flights or better. Like, my nigga,
is he still in jail?
Yeah, he's still in jail. I just saw something today about how no one came to his trial, or like only his wife came to his trial. Like, yeah, nigga, ain't nobody pulling up now. I guess, India. I guess that's his, yeah. I don't know if that's his wife per se, but I feel as though if you got multiple kids with someone and y'all been together for a while,
I feel like you got multiple kids, man.
Yeah, but
stuff for the law.
If you've been with that person for a while, I feel as though it's safe to be like, that's your person,
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to her, still riding.
Well, I mean, once again, the video I saw could have been from a while ago. What'd you say, Omatic?
Surface level, that's all,
We're not going to do that. We're not going to do this. Nope. Charles, push pass. Push pass. Push pass.
Exactly.
Push pass. Push pass. Push pass. Push pass. Because I saw that thought brewing, and I was like, I might have something to add on to that. Because I might have had the same one. Once he said what he said out his mouth, because you asked him what the face meant, and I was like, okay. And then he said what the face meant, and I was like, yep. Next topic. Next topic. Yeah, we're not that kind of show.
We
7.0. 7.0.
We're not a mess. You said we're not messy bitches. Is that what you said?
No. This is high codes, not hot mess.
Let's get into this trip. So, last time I was explaining to Mook a little bit about my trip to Ghana, Accra in particular, and he made the great point that you were not here on Maddox, so we couldn't deep dive. So, let's fully get into the trip here now. I went to Ghana, Accra for 2 weeks. Shout out to Accra, good little vibe. As I told Mook, the first part of my trip, I stayed in like the suburb. Oh yeah, come on. That's why you're here.
Why'd you go, bro? Why'd you go, Charles?
Why did I go? Actually, I don't actually think I had like a real reason.
Why'd you go, Charles?
I've never been to Ghana before.
Okay.
So it was Christmas time. Was I avoiding somebody?
No, I'm just asking why you went, bro. I was gonna ask you how Christmas went out there. You know what I mean? I didn't know if y'all niggas did Christmas.
So
what happened? I mean, yeah.
No. All right, you know what? That's good because that was part of
into it. You know what I mean?
That was part of the conversation last week about what we ate on Christmas, but we'll get back to that.
It was so confusing. I'm telling you now, when he tells you the meal for Christmas, you're going to make a face. You're going to make a face.
So, like I said,
hold on. Did you listen to the last episode?
I didn't do the whole thing. I got what I needed to get.
I got what I needed to get. Is crazy.
So you didn't make it. You didn't make it to the end.
Didn't get there at all.
Okay. He said he got what he needed to get.
Bro, blinders are on right now. I don't have time for much these days, man.
Nigga said I got my geopolitical update. All right, I'm good.
He's like, that's what y'all was niggas is all cool.
Told me more than I knew, so I'm good.
I respect it. Oh, but no, like I said, I was in Sakamoto, my first part of my trip. So that's like a suburb outside of like Accra, the city proper. It was good. That was good. It was more, like I said, it was more rural. It was more giving dirt roads and vibes like that, compounds, that type of whole ordeal. That's when I went to that one club, that one lounge called Fridays. Super, super local vibes. I was like, okay, this is very chill.
I have racist questions, and I don't know if I'm going to do this.
Come on. Do it.
I don't know if I'm going to do this.
That's why we need your racism. What do you like?
Nigga said we need your racism.
Yeah, that's wild. What are the locals dressed as? Okay, I'm thinking you're saying you're in the rural areas, very much so dirt roads. Are we
rural, not bush, nigga?
Jean, are we wearing the thong slippers there as well? Like, what's going on, man?
A lot of
slippers. Are we wearing shoes?
It's hot as shit. It's hot as shit. Like a lot of Crocs randomly. Like
okay, I like Croc. I'm envisioning thong slipper when I'm hearing you paint your picture. I'm thinking thong slippers. Sorry,
there's some thong slippers, but it's just more of just like very leisurely footwear. Like stuff that'll let your feet breathe. Like there's a lot of sandals. There's a lot of open. Like I said, hella Crocs, hella sandals, some thong sandals, some just like the Nike slides joint, hella Nike,
like that
Nike slides type shit. But like no, it's hella jeans, hella jerseys, bro. When I first arrived, it was a nigga in a Joe Burrow jersey at the airport. Hella jerseys. That's one thing I will say. I seen Aaron Rodgers jersey, seen. Like I said, Joe Burrow. What was the most like random jersey I think I saw?
I feel like you sent a picture, and I forgot who this nigga Miles pointed it out. It was some random ass jersey.
Yeah, I seen a Larry Johnson jersey.
That's
Houston?
No, Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, whoa, grandmama?
Larry Johnson. At first, I thought it was LaMelo. I was like, LaMelo out here? And then I saw Johnson. I said, two? I said, Larry Johnson?
Wrong continent, Charles. Can't make it that far yet.
So that was a vibe. So like I said, Sokomono was very chill. I stayed there the first week. I went to this lounge called Fridays. Fridays was a nice little vibe. But like I said, it was super local. Like everything was just like very much so slower. I would argue everything was slower. I went to this one beach resort in Sokomono. It was kind of mid. I went there at night. Wasn't really much popping. But like I said, Sokomono is a lot more slower, a lot more like, I don't want to say rural. It's not like the across city proper. It's not like where they got all the restaurants and lounges. Like they have restaurants and lounges, but they're all very local type shit.
What was the food bag like? That's what I've been meaning. Like wherever you were, like what was the food bag?
So let's get to it. So when like I said, I stayed in Sokomono the first part. The second part, I stayed in what I would consider a crop proper. This part called cantonments, and that's apparently where all the expats live. And that's by the embassies. Like I was about 5-10 minutes from the U.S. embassy. French embassy wasn't too far. All those embassies was around there. All that food was basically, I would argue, Western or basically worldly inspired. So like we went to this Mediterranean restaurant called Blaze. That was a good little vibe. We went to this brunch called Rose Garden. Very fun, like DC type brunch, chicken and waffles, all that good stuff. We went to another restaurant, not Blaze. Bella Afrique, which was like this Italian African type of place, but it was mainly like Italian, like whole pasta menu. It was a lot going on, but it was cool. Like the food was good. I would argue like we were just having this conversation with my cousin's husband about like African cuisine. Like I would argue that the restaurants weren't really, that's not what they were trying to do. Like they weren't trying to like sell you fufu and wache. Like they had jollof at most. Like when I went to KFC, they had jollof at the KFC. But like outside of that, it was basically like a regular KFC. Like that was the one thing I would be like, oh, that's some real Ghanaian shit. Like y'all got jollof at y'all KFC, but like the chicken they had was like some Chinese inspired. Like the spice was apparently like a Chinese inspired KFC. I was like, so you could definitely tell that's the vibe. Like they're going for a world vibe with the cuisine. Like they're trying to do it for everybody. But Lebanese. Oh, what I will say is though, I did go to this place called the sauces. I was telling Mook, the sauces were they all felt like those were African, like Ghanaian types. So I had these yam fries, and the sauce was so fire. It was like some green pepper sauce. I was like, oh, this shit's good.
This sauce is a good time.
I went to this one spot called Pit Stop though. It's like this bar lounge. It's nice. It was like a 2-story bar lounge. So that's what the whole vibe was. And the wings they gave us, they were like apparently hot wings, but they weren't like buffalo. Like the sauce was like a Ghanaian like kind of sauce on the wings. So that was good. That was probably the one time I went to a place and I was like, oh, okay, I kind of see like the Ghanaian kind of cuisine mixed into like, just a regular type of eating establishment. But most of the food is catered towards like, I would argue, a Western palate. Like a lot of fries, a lot of wings. Accra is randomly super beachy, so like a lot of seafood. Like you can find a lot of different spots where like seafood, fish is literally the thing. They love a salad, like not vegetables, but a salad. Like they just love having a salad with hella shit. I went to hella places and they were just like side salad. I'm like, that works.
That's very Mediterranean.
Yeah, you could definitely see that with the Lebanese folks. I was like, okay, I definitely see this influence over here. Uh, One thing I will say is that I feel as though Ghana tourism is kind of lacking. I feel as though when you go there, they like it's kind of like two things to do: party until 7 a.m., go to the beach. Yeah, it's kind of party or go to the beach. I feel as though they don't have like that in between stuff where like you just want to go see a bunch of shit. So like, oh well, I would argue a third activity. So like they got like safaris, they got like water parks and themes. Like they got a bunch of like little shit like that. But like if you wanted to be like, I want to go. For example, we saw like one of the slave dungeons or whatever. It used to be the place where they used to have their old government, like
The port jump.
yeah, like
You went to the final door, right?
the final door. I went to one of them joints, but most of those are on Cape Coast, like the actual coast. It's about a three.
Okay.
It's about a 3 hour drive from actual Accra. They have one. They have one of those actual kind of dungeons, like that used to be whatever, but it used to also be their government's like main housing place. Like one of their president Rawlings had an office there. He still has an office, so they use that for like I want to say tourism, but like you can go through it. Like you can go through it. You can go through the different government buildings. They'll show you the places where they kept male and female slaves. They'll show you the door of no return. So like that one was it was weird because it's like y'all had slaves here. Y'all did this, but at one point there was also y'all official government building.
The door of no return is what for the guy in the back, which is me.
Who's the guy in the back?
Him,
I
nigga.
said, which is me. What is the door of no return?
Oh, it's when they would say the slaves would
Go
go out
off
of
to
this.
be a slave.
Yeah, because if you see the Atlantic, like it's
Right, the
right
door.
there. Like the
Yeah.
water is really like you
Like
go.
so, like they would line them up, and there'd be a bridge or like a little dock, and like
Yep,
the
you can
boat,
still
the
see that.
boat, the boat could just pull up right there,
So
and
they
then they just
so
put you
basically
on
they
the
was
jump.
explaining to us that like a lot of the vessels couldn't come that close inland, so they would have smaller boats at the dock that would take them to the
To the
vessel.
bigger ship.
To the
Yeah.
bigger vessel and that's to Mook's point, that's what they were explaining to us, that this was kind of this was kind of the setup. You go through here, and they called it no return because they said a little tour guide was saying they would wait 3 to 6 months. You would have to wait 3 to 6 months to get a boat to come and take you. So this was the last that many of these people, they would be on the continent, that type of thing. So that was definitely an eye-opening, very, very interesting experience. Like I said, hella beaches. Went to a few different beaches, which I enjoyed. Prom was more of a local beach, but it had its good vibes. Labadi Beach, super fun, super like mixy, rode horses. People were playing soccer. Very, very just good vibes. I would argue nightlife is what they do best. Like I said, I was in East Legon. I went to this one Frozen Cabana. It's like a Wet Willie's. Good vibes. Drinks is real. One thing I will say, Ghana's a weird place because stuff is like cheap but also expensive. So like you'll get like a towel that costs you like $25, like a beach towel, but then like you can get like a drink in DC that'll cost you like $20, cost $10 there. Like a cocktail that'll cost you like $20. It'll be like $8-9 in a craw. So it's a very like depending on what you get and where you get it from. Depending on what you get and where you get it from, it will be a different vibe. So like I said, they just party too much. They try to party till the one night I stayed out till like 3 a.m. They were still trying to go out like continue the night. I
What's
was
the
like,
afties after the afties?
Yeah, about to say, what's
it's
to
no
do after
afties.
that?
They just everything
You
basically
just stay at the club.
from 8 p.m. to like 7 a.m. niggas is partying and different types of parties. So like,
Niggas don't work.
bro, not during that like 2 week stretch in December. So like yeah, a lot of people are off, but it's weird because people don't really start partying until like midnight. Like legitimately,
Oh, so
that's
we in
when
the
like
South. We
yeah,
in the
like that's
South.
that's
We in
what
the South.
it was. It definitely gives like a Houston vibe.
We in
Like
the
I was about
South
to
for
say
real.
we in
We in the
Houston.
South. We in the
Yeah.
South for real. Like the
yeah,
South.
like it definitely gives like you wait till like if you go out
Woo.
before midnight, you're going to like like a lounge, a restaurant, a bar, and then
You're getting fuel.
you're getting yep, and then
You're getting fuel.
you go out to like so we went to this one spot, Polo Beach Club. Them niggas wanted $800 for a table. We were like, nah, can't do it, my boy, can't do it,
$800 American?
bro. That's what I'm saying. Like they be out here trying to, get it. Like they be out here trying to tag.
USD?
So that's a whole thing that, especially during like Detsy December, like they out here,
Yeah,
trying to
for
get their
sure.
bag. I'm not mad at them by any stretch, but we ended up being like, no way. So we left there, went to this place called Alley Bar. They wanted 300 cities ahead. So basically, they wanted like $30, like basically like $30, give or take $25, $30 just to get in. And we were like, my cousin was like, he knows somebody, whatever. He got us in. I think just gave him like maybe like I want to say like 1,000 cities or whatever. A little bit less. It was like just let us in. So we get in there, and then we get like a table or whatever. And I think Caitlin said she ended up spending like $300. So the total was about 3,000 cities, and the other place wanted 10,000 cities, give or take. So I mean, like I said, the nightlife is one of those things. And Alley Bar was a good vibe. Like they had little sections where you could sit, and they had a little stand up place where niggas was dancing, and they was getting in. So it's a little vibe, but I feel as though it's super like, what do you want? Do you want to go out and party and like have shawties dancing on you? All right, they can do that. Do you want to do like beach clubs? Like they kind of specialize. Like they got a whole kind of place where that Labadi Beach. That's what they do. Like they got all Polo Beach Club. They set up for that. Do you want to just be kind of like outside with it till early in the morning? They got like this place called Republic, where it's kind of like in an open space, and people just be kind of like outside dancing. So it's all, I think, what you want. I think, like I said, they don't have enough like random tour. They don't have enough like, hey, go see. They're actually building up the Du Bois Center. I went to that. Du Bois got a little center over there that's super dope. It's his old house that they turned into like a museum.
I seen you on that John on your story.
Yeah, they building that joint up, which is really nice. And from the renderings, it looks like it's going to be like a real nice kind of like museum place. But that's the thing; they need more of that. Like they need more kind of like history type of museums or art or things of that nature. I think when I was in Mexico City did a good job of kind of having that.
Colonizers gotta get that shit back, bro.
Yeah. But also, like, you could do like open market. Like my thing about like we didn't go to many markets, but like that was a thing. Like I feel as though the markets are a big thing that like people go to see, and we, you could go to them, but like you gotta be prepared. You gotta go to them bitches at like 6 a.m. and do all that. That wasn't really my intentions, but that was a cool thing too. What else did I do in Ghana? That was about it. Oh, and then I went to like Kumasi. That's like the second biggest city. I went there for a day.
That's the jump you said. That's like inland, right?
Yeah, that's inland. They were interesting because those people I felt were a little nicer, but they were also. I just felt like they didn't care as much. I felt like the people in Accra cared too much. Oh, and then because we about to get up out of here. Oh, Omatic. So Christmas, because I was telling Mook. So my aunt had a chef. She had a chef make us Christmas dinner, and I was
ask him to guess. Give him 3 options and ask him to guess what y'all ate, type of cuisine.
Oh yeah, what type of cuisine did you think we ate?
I have no idea what you honestly shocked me what you said you had there, catering to the Western world, because I'm just like, what the fuck, like. So, I be talking to my guy, Tonio, you know what I'm saying, Ivory Coast Cat, but it's definitely a lot of seafood and definitely a lot of spicy shit. So I have no idea, brother. I have no idea what I can't make a guess.
We had Chinese food.
Okay, I would have never guessed that in a million years.
So
I was going to give you Western, Mediterranean, or Asian.
I would have gave you seafood and seafood.
So he was going to give you Mediterranean.
How the hell? How do we get Chinese food?
I'm going to explain. So my aunt, who moved to Ghana, randomly, she's my uncle's widow. She moved there about like a few years ago.
What?
And she basically has like someone help her, like a cook helper and shit. So every now and then, I guess, you know, she has different cooks. So different type of people come and make different cuisine. So when we got there, she was like, you know, I'm planning a dinner for you guys. You know, me, Caitlin, and the kid. And we're like, okay, thank you. You know, I really appreciate that. So when she hits me, she's like, what do you want to eat? And I'm like, you know, I'll eat anything. So she's like, okay.
Nigga, open the door. Nigga, open the door.
But we're in Africa.
Yeah, I would have been like,
oh, okay. She was like, yeah.
This bitch up right now.
She was like, yeah, my chef is gonna make it. And I was just like, all right. Yeah. And I was just like, you know, I thought we'd eat like some, like, you know, kind of African food.
Bird. You know what I mean?
She was like, a bird. They definitely have a bird.
She was like, no. She was like, no, we eat. She was like, we eat Ghanaian food all the time here. So for Christmas,
we don't, nigga. Like, what do you mean? This is my first time here.
That's what I was gonna say, but
what are we talking about?
That was neither here nor there. The food was good though.
I was about to ask, was it good? Chinese food was fire.
The pineapple fried rice was to die for. They had these spring rolls that he made, which the homemade spring rolls. They had this shrimp tempura type thing. Like, the shit was fire, bro. I'll show y'all pictures. The shit was very good, but I was still very confused as to why I was in Accra, Ghana on Christmas eating Chinese food. It was definitely
nigga had shrimp tempura.
It's a once in a lifetime. That's a once in a lifetime story. Literally once in a lifetime.
It was very. It was funny though.
I'm in Ghana on Christmas eating Chinese food. That's crazy.
I mean, if you know anything about the infrastructure of Africa currently, then
yeah, China malls is crazy. Like, if you go there, hella China malls. It's like, what the fuck? It's very
okay. Real quick, Charles, what the fuck did you mean by China Mall? Because when you said that last episode, I was just fried, and I was
China
like,
Mall. Literally, the mall is called a China. Like, literally, when you go China Mall, that's literally what it says, China Mall, and it's basically it's just a think about.
Sounds so racist.
Think about small PG. Think about like PG Plaza. Like, it's dope, but like smaller versions because PG Plaza is too big. But like it's funny. Accra Mall, like the big mall. I told you, my phone got broke out there, and I went to get it fixed. And I went to Accra Mall. They had an authorized retail, authorized Apple. Nonsense. I went to the random local people, fixed my phone in like 30 minutes. So like, they have these bigger malls that they're just selling cheap Chinese goods, whether it be phones, clothes, and they call them China malls. But like, they got hella, like, one thing I will say, they have hella malls, like Accra Mall, Caesar's Palace Mall, like, they got hella American, they had an American something mall, like, it's just a bunch of investors, people trying to sell a bunch of goods. Like, that's the thing, if you have a product and you're like, I can't move it in America, try to go to a stabilized West African country and sell your goods. Like, no funny shit, because people are looking. There's a bubbling middle class in a lot of these like West African countries where like people are looking to consume stuff. Like, consumerism isn't to the point I think it is there that it is in the U.S. Like, it's fried in the U.S. Like, people. Yes, okay.
I have a question. We keep saying we're about to be done. What, we got an hour on this? Is that what this does?
No, we got as much time, but we.
All right, so I since I'm at work while we do these episodes now, definitely got many screens up. Google some things, man. Just looking at the major cities of Africa. Ghana, Accra, isn't in the top, but it's in the important cities, right? So now I'm just looking at this as like, because you be like, they should have this type of tourism and all that. Or I'm just like, what do you expect from them? It feels, was it like a up and coming, like it's almost there type of deal? And then it's just like, because I'm looking at a list of a lot of different other places. Obviously, the Nigerias, the Egypts, Johannesburgs, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Ivory Coast, as I said. Obviously, you haven't been there. No disrespect at all, but it's just like, what is the steps that I guess Ghana and Accra could take to maybe get there?
I think the issue is that like Ghana, I think that's
and before you even continue, right? Like, and I don't mean to cut you off, but when people talk about going to Africa, I don't think, no disrespect to Ghanaian people at all. I think we know, our Ghanaian people because this area is heavily populated with them, as far as Nigerians, all that as well. But like, I don't think people be like, yo, I'm going to Ghana. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, we're going to Nigeria, we're going to Egypt, Johannesburg, and all that. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, why, not why, disrespectfully, but like, why would people want to go to Ghana, essentially?
Well, I will argue, see, that's the thing. I will argue that if you're coming from a Western country or place, you want to go to somewhere that's somewhat familiar as far as like not even culture wise, but infrastructure, things that you could do as far as for fun, entertainment, things of that nature. And I think the major West African countries or cities, Lagos, Accra, Cote d'Ivoire, I don't know, whatever is in Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, Dakar, a lot of those places are, one, they maybe they're not English speaking, so like to the west of Accra, they're almost all French speaking.
I was about to say that's
countries.
all French.
So if you're not a French speaker, it might be a little harder. Towards the east of Accra or Ghana, those are a lot more of the English speaking countries. I would argue South Africa is probably the premier country if you're going to go to an African country because they've had their infrastructure a bit more set up because of apartheid and things of that nature. So they're just a bit more advanced than some of the other African countries. I would argue that you would go to Ghana, one, because it's the most stable of like currently the West African countries. Like it's a much more stable country than Nigeria. It's a much more stable country than maybe a Burkina Faso. Like it's just as far as going and just being safe, and you can't. I don't think you could beat a country currently than Accra as far as that goes. Economically wise, they have one of the better exchange rates. Once again, currently for the West African countries, like the city in comparison to Naira and other currencies is doing much better. So while it might not go, while like $100 goes much further in Lagos than it would in Accra, I would argue that like the things that you would want to do in Accra, you would much rather do in Accra than in Lagos with your $100, if that makes sense.
It does. One quick question. What do we consider West Africa? Like, I'm looking at the map. Is it all just whatever this little up and over is? That's all left?
So like
the Sahara left.
Yeah, Sahara, that's a great...
Nigeria, Algeria, all that.
Algeria is when we start getting north. So like...
Yeah.
But that's what I was trying to see. Is that still West Africa?
Yeah, like, I guess in theory...
So
once you get to Mauritania, it's just like your cutoff.
Yeah, I would go.
I'm looking at it now. That's kind of borderline Algeria as well.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like Algeria would be the border. Like I would like you know how Maryland's the Mason-Dixon line, where it's like it would be one of those things where like
in Algeria on the other side of Morocco.
So I'm looking at it. I don't know how my hands can look. Morocco's like this, and Algeria is like
I know exactly.
Algeria's right here. So I mean, it's not like it's the other side. It's like next door. You know what I'm saying? It's like Virginia, Maryland type.
But like Nigeria is like
that's why I said
right underneath.
Nigeria is under all of it.
Exactly, like right underneath. So it's one of those.
Nigeria right there, and I'm just like, okay.
Exactly.
But I see your Ghana and all that shit. So I get it.
But I'm just saying, if you're looking at if if you're looking at the coast, though, is what I'm saying. Like if you're going, once you get to like, that's why I said Mauritania. Once you get to that country, that's North Africa at that point.
I feel like we're arguing culture versus geography. So like there are culturally West African countries,
for sure.
And then and from a geographer standpoint,
I'm looking at geography.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you're right. Like Algeria, in theory, yes, would be, probably like the last of the. But culturally, they consider themselves North African people.
I got you.
But and then I think the last thing Ghana. And I saw
So where would South Africa start then?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Is that the equator essentially? Because I'm looking at the equator.
Well, like Kenya's a weird because Kenya is more Central Africa. So like I would argue like those countries below Kenya. So like
a lot of people call Kenya East Africa.
Yeah, I can't really. But like
I'm looking at it now. That is definitely east.
So like anything kind of below there. So like the Tanzanias,
and like Kenya right next to the Congo or not far.
Yep, Congo looks very much so centered.
Yeah. So maybe Congo is probably the center, and then
Congo's also up and down. So it's just like okay, but that seems centered. Like it's Congo, we got Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, all that shit, Angola. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
now you're going to the East Africa.
Yeah,
it's all centralized to me.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like,
but once again, like Charles said, you're going off geography. We're going off cultural.
Yeah, so like, I think you might go like Angola down. Like,
what's funny is I'm asking about what's South Africa. There's literally
it's its own country.
Yeah, but South Africa is but like Botswana and Namibia. In Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe is a country in the Southern African Hemisphere.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but there's a country
called South Africa. No denying that.
I'm just looking at the map. That's all.
No. I respect it. Listen, it's much better.
Shout out to Madagascar, man. Just his own little vibe over there.
Shout out to Cape Verde.
Cape Verde.
That's the West African, and the Seychelles. That's the one place I do want to go to, the Seychelles Islands. That's off of the East Coast of Africa.
I love
that John's small as shit.
Yeah, I want to go there one time.
I thought that John was as big as Cape Verde. I don't mean to keep cutting you off. I'm trying to get this out there, but
No, I was just saying that's a vibe. But I think ultimately that's the thing. I think they, I would say, I saw a tweet about how like tourism isn't going to save any country, and I believe that's true. Like, there's a lot of those Caribbean islands that are like tourist destinations, and unless you're doing like tax invasions at those islands, you can only make like so much money for a place that is only inhabitable to like the guest. So I think the biggest thing is that Ghana's government seems to be doing like a good job. Like they seem to be having infrastructure plans, like roads seem to be getting built at a decent rate. Housing seems to be something that they're doing for the people. I just think it's about finding like whatever kind of industry they're going to be and then kind of being the leaders in that. Like I said, they're the most stable kind of country in West Africa now. And I think there's something to just kind of riding that, like riding the fact that like there's not many wars, there's not coups happening, there's not there's no
religious beefs.
There's not major religious beefs or tribal issues. For the most part, it's kind of a growing, steady West African country,
and they're not trying to split into two different states.
There's not a big kind of want to do anything of that nature or like become Ghana West. Like they're not trying to annex parts of Togo, like, because that's the thing, like when you look around a lot of the kind of just Africa in general,
Somalia, Somaliland,
it's a lot of Sudan, South Sudan, there's a lot of
shit. Might fuck around and be North Nigeria, South Nigeria.
There's a lot of argument about like what belongs to who belongs to what, and that plays a big part in like some of the economic and other issues. And I think Ghana doesn't have that. So, like I said, they're in a decent place to, I think, make a good run like the next decade as like a place where people will want to go, because I think South Africa, very chill vibe. I know a lot of people, and I think within the continent, they're going to get more people traveling within. So like right now, that's one thing my cousin was telling me. He was like, people within Africa, they travel, they do a lot of continental traveling. But it is to, like you said, South Africa, that's the country. Like South Africa is kind of like, I don't want to say they're Miami, but like that's the place that you see a lot of local people being like, oh, that's where we're going to go. We're going to go to South Africa. We're going to go to Nairobi. We're going to go to Ethiopia. We're going to go to Morocco. So I think like Ghana, Accra in particular, they have a chance to be like a place that many people don't go to now. So then they could be like, hey, come here and see. I think Dakar is another place, Senegal. Like if I spoke French, I'd go to Senegal and Dakar because I think they kind of have the same kind of prototype or resume that Ghana has, up and coming, very stable West African country that, you know, is doing good things for themselves and their people.
As I'm looking at the map, is that far? Like, how did you think about traveling there when you were there?
Well, the thing about the biggest issue is just visas. So like in Ghana, they have a relationship randomly with a bunch of islands and a few other countries in West Africa where you can travel visa free. But, you know, as an American, you can only, I got a multi visa, but it's only into 2 countries. But you got to get like, that's the
What were
biggest
the
issue.
two?
I didn't put. I think I needed to declare the second country, but I just got the visa for Ghana. But that's the bigger thing. I think, like for example, Ghanaians can travel to Jamaica, Trinidad, a bunch of islands for free, visa free, because they have some sort of partnership that they've done. That's the thing that I would say is another, like more West African countries should do some shit like that where you can travel intercontinental and not have to worry.
Didn't know Ghana was next door to Cote d'Ivoire. You know,
Yeah.
that's my guy.
Yeah.
My guy Antonio.
Yeah. Cote d'Ivoire and Togo, I think on each side.
Mm-hmm.
Or, yeah. It's funny because parts of Togo, like there's parts of Togo that at one point were parts of Ghana. There's like tribes within Togo.
Nothing at all.
And there's tribes within Togo and Cote d'Ivoire that the people, I guess, to Mook's point, the empire that they were from were all the same empire. Like, there's people, like there's people
split the land.
Yeah,
got to split the land somewhere.
Like Twi is the official, well, not the, is like I guess the official.
English did that, bro.
Twi is the non-English official language of Ghana. And like people in Cote d'Ivoire, there's people in Cote d'Ivoire who speak Twi. Like there's people in Cote d'Ivoire who speak Ghanaian tribal languages and vice versa. There's even Yoruba people. Like that's the thing about Nigeria. Like you got Yoruba people all the way down to like Benin, Cote d'Ivoire, and they're part of the same, you know, Nigerian Yoruba tribe. So, you know, Ghana was a vibe. This is a little bit more in depth. Maybe there's a third episode where I tell about some debauchery, but there wasn't as much debauchery as I would have liked. I'm not even gonna hold you. It was very chill. Like my trip was way more chill than I thought. Yeah, now as I look at this map, yeah, like see, Mali is a weird, like Mali. People consider that.
Like, is that West Africa?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I think most people consider Mali and Niger kind of like the ending of West Africa.
Yeah, yeah, that's literally where it starts.
You know, so like all those.
What's Cameroon? Is that West Africa?
You know, I think that's you know, like that's one of those things where like culturally, I think it is like
that's trending downward.
Yeah, you know, exactly. Like
it's trending southern.
No, I agree. It's getting towards the southern central type.
But if you're at that top, you know what I'm saying, you might be like, shit, I'm West African. You know
I would agree. No, but I think Cameroonians are culturally West African.
Yeah, right. This is all interesting. Like,
look at Joel Embiid.
No.
Oh yeah, that's a great point.
That's a great. You see.
And I don't know what part of Cameroon he's from, so that's a great point.
Yeah, you know, like you definitely see parts that are closer to Nigeria that you would be like, yeah, that would make sense, and there's definitely parts that are way closer towards central where you'd be like, okay, maybe they are a bit more. Like I said, it is the Mason-Dixon line argument.
The Togo and the Benin or whatever.
Yeah,
that's intriguing to me. That little area. to be the difference between Ghana and Nigeria, as we know, a lot of Ghanaians and a lot of Nigerians. That two little things right there are interesting to me.
Because, like I said, when I was growing up, I knew a bunch of people, not a bunch, but I knew a few people from Togo. They were basically Ghanaians. Like that was their whole
That's
thing.
what it feels like.
That was their whole thing. That like they were.
It's like Virginia and West Virginia.
Exactly. You know, that's the type of thing. I think Benin has a little
Kansas and Missouri.
Yep.
I mean,
listen, you're a smart lad.
I'm just telling you what I've seen.
It could be Hagerstown in West Virginia.
Exactly. It's all right there.
All right. Kind of wild. I love how this has opened your mind to the map. I love how.
Bro, you know I love a map, bro.
I see.
I love a map.
So with that being said, when are you about to take your talents to? Are you going to go to Cote d'Ivoire or Ghana? Which one?
I want to go to Egypt, actually.
Cairo?
I don't know anything about those places out there. But I
know some people.
I would love to see the real pyramids.
Okay.
That's
what you.
They said they got them in Arizona, bro.
Yeah, man, I was in Arizona.
They said
I didn't feel the energy.
All right.
I didn't feel the pyramid energy.
You didn't feel the pyramid? The Grand Canyon? You should have went to the Grand Canyon.
Oh yeah, I actually do want to go to the Grand Canyon. Can't lie.
They said that's the portal.
For who?
Tinfoil koofies. That's what the fuck y'all told you. The type of bullshit y'all on right now.
Okay.
Niggas talking about energies and portals and pyramids. Like, all right.
O'Malley said he didn't feel the energy when he was there.
Niggas want some moon water, man. You want some moon water?
I never had it.
All right.
That's where I'm done.
I ain't never had it.
There will be no moon water.
I wouldn't mind trying.
There will be no moon water for me, and I will see you guys later.
I would be glad.
Actually, moon water. You know what? I might change my stance. You know what? Spirituality. I was talking to some cats when I was in Ghana. Spirituality. You know, it comes from it comes from.
You say you changing your ways, apparently.
Yeah, no. When I was in Ghana, I was talking to a man, and he was saying how like spirituality is from our ancestors, and like he was like we should pray and talk to our ancestors because they're the ones who give us the things we have. And he was like it's not demonic or
you talking about give you what, like genetics, nigga?
No, he's like the things that we have in current, like the good things, like they bring us blessings, they bring us like. They bring us stuff. Like he was literally saying, he was like, your ancestors are the people who you should call upon because they're the ones who are going to help you get through stuff. And I was like, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that thought process.
So what's the process of doing that?
Well, he was saying when you pray, he was like pray through your ancestors. He was like pray through your ancestors. He was like pray for he was like they are the ones who are going to be guiding you. And I was like, I'm not mad at this. This is much better than it's basically in relation to like the saints, like in Catholicism, you pray through the saints because they're closer to God. It's the same sort of thought process.
I ain't know nothing about the Catholic. So that's the point of all them damn saints?
Yeah. Every saint has a very specific
purpose.
So like like for women, some women pray, I forget the saint, there's a woman saint to bear your womb. Like there's saints for prosperity.
That sounds like Saint Mary.
I don't want to lie to you and tell you, but like that's the idea of the saints, that these people are closer to God because of how they lived on the earth while they were on earth. So because they were closer to God, that you pray through them or to them, and they, God will hear that, So there's that's one of the things of the Catholicism. I fuck with Catholicism. I was telling Omatic, I'm about to get in my Catholicism bag again.
That's interesting. Like, cause, like we send peace and blessings upon the prophets, as you all know. You know what I'm saying? So like, we don't pray to them or any of that, but like sending peace and blessings upon the prophet, like same to us type shit. So.
Yeah, it's a variation of the idea that there's somebody or something interceding or helping or being there.
No, they don't help at all. They
They
don't
don't. They
help.
don't.
Nah, they don't help. We don't pray to them. None of that. There's nobody interceding. My message goes straight to the man upstairs. Alhamdulillah.
I love that. All right, Omatic, you got anything else to say before we get about this bitch?
Not too much, man. High code 7.0. Actually, I seen a text from Brother Mook. Y'all first time doing 7.0. He's like, it wasn't that bad. I said, okay, yeah, man. Here we are. It's not that bad, man. Ain't that bad. Ain't that bad. Yeah,
That's
That
all
man.
shit
right.
chill, bro.
That's
I
all right.
might, I might, I might pull up a Dunbar if you ain't doing shit. That's all I'm saying. But,
Let me know, bro. I'm about to roll up.
I'm about to. All right, say no more.
What you drinking?
I got some palm wine from Ghana if y'all want it.
I might want to try that.
You know what the side of that look like.